All right, guys, I just want to make a quick video showing you guys 3 different ways that you can get your spore swabs started on agar. This spore swabs that I'm going to use doesn't actually have any spores on it. It's just an empty swab. And if I was doing this with spores, I'd be doing this in front of my flow hood, or you could do it in front of an SAB, and my sterile technique would be completely different. But that's not what the video is about. The video is just the process of actually getting the spores onto the agar so you can start getting growth. So the first one, and the most common one that's taught, is just swabbing it out. So you're just gonna get your swab out. So you just take your swab, and you're just gonna start at the top, and you're gonna swipe it while you're twisting the swab. You're swiping it down the agar plate. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you can do that on multiple plates. And you know, I did this when I first started working with spore swabs, and I was just not getting good growth. Sometimes I'd use a whole swab on 5 plates and I would literally get no growth, and I would end up wasting the entire swab. It just does not work well for getting the spores off the swab. I don't know why it's taught so much. It is a simple way, you know, there's not a lot less risk of contamination doing it this way. But if your spores are really embedded in the swab, they're not going to drop off on the agar doing it that way. But that's the first technique. Now the second technique is the grab and drag. And this is something I started doing in order to separate monokaryons. So you're going to take your scalpel and you're going to cut a little piece of the swab off. I usually take about 1/6 of the tip when I do this. And then I take my tweezers, which they're really fine point tweezers. And you grab that piece that you just cut. You hold it real tight. And then you go back and forth. You drag it through the agar. So you're actually cutting into the agar and dragging it back and forth. And doing this, you're getting spores that just drop off here and there all the way through it. And this works way better than just swabbing it out. And like I said, you're only taking 1/6 of the swab. And I'll usually take this one piece on here. I'll do one plate. I'll grab another plate, do it on the second one. And then when I'm done, I'll put it in the middle. And that brings us to the third technique. The third technique is really simple. You're just going to take a sixth or even 1/4 of your swab, just like I just did, and you're just going to put it right in the center of your plate, which is kind of stuck, but yeah, just like that, right in the center of your plate. It's a really easy way. You know, you're not going to be able to pull monos doing it that way, but you're going to get growth way, way, way more consistently than just doing the regular swab technique. So yeah, that's 3 techniques that you can try out for yourself. Like I said, the first one I don't like, but that's the most commonly taught way to do it. I don't know why. It doesn't really work that well. Everybody I know doesn't like doing it that way, but it is a really common way of doing it. So you can try it that way, or you can do the grab and drag, which I first started doing the grab and drag to pull monos, but now I do that every time. I do the grab and drag, and then when I'm done, I just put that little piece right in the center of the plate, and then I get growth every single time, and I can use one swab on a whole bunch of plates. But yeah, thanks for watching.